Assalamualaikum. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dhika Putri. I come from Accounting Department, Faculty of Economic Universitas Negeri Malang. Today, I want to explain about my research at MSMES in Malang City.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to explain about my research. The title of my research is Education in the New Normal Era, the Implementation of Accounting Living Laboratory during the COVID-19 pandemic. This research is presented in 4th EdChap October 2020. First of all, I want to explain about presentation overview. Things that we will cover in this presentation is background, living laboratory, methods, how implementation of accounting living laboratory during the COVID-19 pandemic, and what students say. The background of the research. Currently, there are still many accounting graduates who cannot immediately adapt to the environment they will face. Therefore, learning on campus must be designed as closely as possible to the actual work environment condition. The living laboratory learning model is intended to provide students with knowledge about the real world of work, especially accounting, because the living laboratory method is a learning scheme that requires students to go directly to the company. A brief observation shows that the MSMES sector has several problems. With various problems that arise, MSMES is considered suitable to be a forum for students to apply the knowledge gained in lectures in implementing the learning model of living laboratory. On the other hand, it becomes an individual challenge when laboratory learning is carried out in the midst of a COVID-19 pandemic. So, how implementation of accounting living laboratory during the COVID-19 pandemic? The era of new normal life during this pandemic that is currently being promoted also requires the use of technology platforms that are more innovative and user-friendly. The COVID-19 pandemic period demanded a rapid change from face-to-face learning to online. This certainly becomes a challenge for the implementation of an accounting living laboratory. This study examines the implementation and the contribution of living laboratory for accounting education during the COVID-19 pandemic. What is living laboratory? The living laboratory is a research and innovation concept. A characteristic of living laboratory is a user-centered, open innovation ecosystem, generally used in a regional or local context, including cities and regions, with simultaneously integrated research and real-life innovation in the form of public-private community partnership. In practice, the live laboratory places the public at the center of innovation and offers new concepts and solutions for people's needs. The living laboratory transforms its user, in this case, student and MSMES, from the object being observed to being co-creators of value, ideas, and innovation. The methods from this research. This research is a qualitative study using a narrative method. The results are a description of the student experience in the online living laboratory learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Types and sources of data used in this study include primary data and secondary data. Primary data was processed from the result of online focus group discussion or FGD with students related to the implementation of online living laboratory learning during the pandemic. Secondary research data obtained from the study of literature through search engine. Data analysis in this study is using an interactive model. The component of the interactive model, namely, first, data collection, second, data reduction, third, data presentation, and fourth, drawing conclusion. The data validation was carried out through triangulation of sources between data from students and originating from MSMES. The result of this research. How implementation of accounting living laboratory during the COVID-19 pandemic? The living laboratory socialize and observe with the online application such as Zoom and Google Meet. The living laboratory team communicate regularly with MSMES, use the WhatsApp group. The living laboratory team, in this case is student, conduct visit to MSMES by implementing strict health protocol. The living laboratory team conduct visit to MSMES a maximum of 2 times a week with a maximum members of 3 people. What students say about this research, about learning, about living laboratory learning? Each MSMES in this research, in this learning model, is managed by 2 students who are in charge of handling business problems. The result of this study concluded that the students who attended the living laboratory felt that they had received new experiences and lessons. For them, this learning model makes them understand how they will work later. Some of the benefits that students get are: first, being able to apply the knowledge they can learn by providing advice on problems that MSMES experience. Second, know that accounting practice in MSMES are not as difficult as theorized because they adjust to the needs of this MSMES. And third, the student can train communication soft skill and develop thinking by sharing with MSMES. With this learning model, students provide some of their views regarding this living laboratory learning model. The implementation of accounting living laboratory. The living laboratory learning model is very useful for students. With this learning model, students can immediately apply the knowledge they can study by directly engage in real business. Apart from the student side, the benefits were also felt by the MSMEs because they felt helped by the existence of learning model like this. And that's it from my presentation. If you have any question, you can contact me by my email. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, and that's it from me. If you have any question, you can contact me at my email. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.